Natalie Fikes. Natalie, can you hear me?
Say Natalie Fikes like you mean it.
Can you
Not
hear me?
Reprimanding me.
No, I'm reprimanding you. Yes.
Hey, John. Hey, Mommy. Hey, Erica.
I hear somebody phone. Natalie Fikes.
Oh, that's me. I always forget.
What up?
I'm saying though, every time you come on the show, I be getting so many damn messages and emails.
You know what? Don't start. We beyond that. It's 2020.
That was so last year.
That was so last year.
Pull your microphone up for me some more. Let me talk to you.
Come and talk to me. You already started. Already.
Why you got those headphones?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh,
no. You got the right ones. You got the right ones. Sorry. Where your thing at?
What book is this? Understanding the Rest. What?
That's the guy who gave us the award.
You ain't gonna read it. Let me have it.
How you know?
I
That's
already
so.
know.
Oh my God, that's so.
Just let me have it.
That's so blackish of you.
That's so 100.
Can't hear.
It's so 100.
All right, y'all ready?
We ready?
We gotta pay a couple bills.
I can't hear this myself.
We gotta pay a couple bills real quick.
Yes,
Hold on.
Always. Have to pay them bills.
Yo,
I
it's
can't hear myself,
Michael
though.
McFadden for our friends over at Credit Building Professionals. You know what they do? They help their clients achieve better credit. How? Late payments, fraud, liens, charge-offs, student loans. They do it all. Get results in 30 to 90 days, and it's very simple to contact them. Hit them up on their website, creditbuildingprofessionals.com, or give them a call, 678-447-2012. Once again, 678-447-2012. Tell them you heard it on Power 108.9. What up, Credit Craig?
If you're a content creator, social media socialite, influencer, or simply love to record current events, you need the joystick. The joystick is an essential tool for every type of digital content creator. It holds 2 or more mobile phones or tablets, allowing users to stream and record hands-free on multiple apps simultaneously. And it's lightweight and portable. For more information or to purchase your joystick today, visit our website at www.joystick.com.
Yeah. The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B. You know what it be. Yeah, you heard it all before. I love
Cheers,
you so
cheers. We are here, and that means it is Thursday. And you are listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. And I got my girl in the building who just heard my song for the first time. She kicking it. Hey, Natalie, say hey to the people. Hey. And y'all know I don't like to cheers by myself, and I got my girl in the building. Cheers.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness. Happy New Year.
Oh my gosh.
You're back. Like, seriously. You're back.
What? With the jump off.
Listen, but the official guest co-host, not a guest, not kicking it, but she here, y'all.
Official guest co-host.
Official. That's what I'm talking about.
Look, Mom, we made it.
We made it. Mommy, and she's watching. Hi, Mommy. So, listen, I have to give a shout out to my son.
Hey, son.
Isaiah, who went undefeated Peachtree Ridge basketball team and won the championship last Saturday. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, boy, Mommy's so proud of you. And now he's on that all-star team. And I got about 3-4 games a week.
Not the all-star team.
The all-star team. Now that they're champions and all that kind of stuff. Okay, Natalie, are you, hi. Are you a Valentine's Day girl or no?
No.
Me either. I'm not a Valentine's Day girl either, but I'm hanging out. I'm going to hang out tomorrow at City Winery because they're doing a tribute to Sade. I'm going to have my ponytail and everything and my red lip.
Not my ponytail and everything and my red lip.
All of that. Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right.
And guess what?
What?
It's my anniversary.
Today is a special day.
Hey.
Not just any day. She
1
gonna have
year.
relations. She gonna have relations.
It ain't that kind of anniversary, but you know what? He'll take any reason, okay? 1 year anniversary. Last year, this time, Valentine's Day. Shout out to Tasha McFadden, who let me launch on Valentine's Day. She gave the okay. You can take my day and go ahead and launch. So tomorrow is my anniversary, and you all know, if you've been following me on social media, it's a big celebration coming next Thursday.
It's a big deal.
Okay, so we will not be here in the studio.
No.
Okay. We will be at the agency. You ain't off.
No.
You ain't off as a friend and CEO and supporter. But never. But we'll be at the agency at 7 o'clock sharp. So listen, we're not on CP time. You will miss the food. You will miss the beverages. You will miss the What Was Syn-seis edition. You will miss all of that if you think you're going to come at 9 o'clock or even 8. Okay? So show up 7 o'clock as if you were tuning in tonight. But that's next Thursday, the 20th. We are going to show out. We've got some giveaways and all of that.
What you got on?
What you wearing?
Nothing.
A snatch. I know I know how you come out.
I got a lace front with your name on it.
I
got an anniversary lace front with a hairline and some baby hair.
You better not. You so crazy. Okay. And then we're going to talk about later in the show, probably the 8 o'clock hour. I saw the movie. Me and the rest of my coalition sisters, 100 Black Women, we had a pre-screening of The Photograph yesterday. It was awesome, and I was in there taking notes as a relationship coach. So we're going to talk about that later, too.
Okay.
But you know, we got that 7:30 cray, that 7:30 crazy coming to you at the 7:30 hour, as well as What Was Syn-seis at that 8 o'clock hour. And Natalie is bringing that truth, no chaser, honey. And I'm excited to see what this about to be. She about to catch me all off guard, and I'm here for it. I like being caught off guard. Yes, I do. So make sure you stay tuned in. Hey, Royce. Hey, Monique. Hey, Daddy. Hey, RJ, Michelle, Cord. All of y'all tuning in. We appreciate you guys. Make sure you share. Share on your page. You are listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. And we'll be right back.
Yo, she got her own theme music, yo.
I need some air.
Girl, I don't know what you mean. You got ponytail problems. Only problem I got is this Smile Direct, and I don't take it out because I don't know. Let me get that. I got that Smile Direct.
Mommy.
I met her in the elevator.
Mommy. I hear you, Mama.
Look, it's doing all right. You remember when I had the gap? You forgot.
I forgot.
I had
but
the
when you
gap.
said it, I remember, Mommy. But I will.
What's up, people? Happy New Year. Y'all haven't seen me this year. What's up? How y'all doing?
Cheers, cheers. You are here. Welcome to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B. I've got my co-host here, Jahada Arias. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, girl. Hey. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B. You know what it be. Yeah, you heard it all before. I love you so much.
Cheers. Cheers. We are here. Today is Thursday, and so you know what time it is and what day it is. That means you're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. I have a great show lined up for you today, but I've got my guest co-host in the building, Miss Lily T, your favorite kitchen table talk queen.
Hey, girl,
hey,
he got
queen.
my mic off.
Oh, he tried it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that is so. Oh, y'all not gonna make me cry today because you know I turn all red and puffy eyed in the face. And I got to be as cute as possible. Thank you, Marcus, who said congratulations. You guys, I have received so much love since I announced that it's been a year. You know that? But it's not just a year to me. It's hard work.
Oh, yeah.
It's adjustment. It's being a student. It's being consistent. I never have felt like I don't want to do this or like I'm tired. I wish I didn't have to do this. But it's been work. It's been work to find my voice, find, my lane, and then do that. You know what I'm saying? And so it makes me so happy and so thankful for all the love that I've received. I mean, people, in the texting era, people have actually picked up the phone to actually verbally say to me, I'm so proud of you. And that means a lot.
It's a big deal, though, because you did 52 consistent yeses.
Yes.
And most people don't understand that that's all it takes. 52 seems like such a small number.
Yeah.
But you're a whole wife. You're a whole mother.
Ooh.
You're a whole... the list goes on, but you still said yes 52 times.
Oh, my gosh.
To accomplish something. You a whole hero.
Thank you.
You the first... Well, we had the first black president
You
after
know
the
what?
first,
Don't
second
start
black
now.
president and all these. So you something with real
know
hair.
On my anniversary, I wore my real hair. Y'all know I love my ponytail now, but a girl does have some hair, okay? But no, I mean, it's you know how friends gas you, and stuff. No, Natalie doesn't gas, though.
Nah.
Natalie does not gas. I can say that. But I'm so thankful, and I hope, listen, I'm probably tomorrow going to have to cut this guest list off because we are...
At capacity.
We are at capacity.
Yeah.
So
you gonna have the small plates?
Yes. I'm not feeding y'all like that. We ain't getting no entrees. We're getting tapas and they're gonna pass it around. So you better get there on time.
But do you have like a bunch of different people?
What you mean?
Like so what you do is you go to their small plates.
I'm like, where's she going?
They're small plates. So you got Keisha over there. You got Jose over here. You got.
Am I able to? I think I'm able to cater to all. When are you talking about the food choices?
No. I'm saying, are they gonna recognize me when I finish the plate with Francesca? Are they gonna cut me off over here in Felipe?
You know what? I don't think so. You better get there early.
Okay.
So you guys. It starts at 7, so the show normally starts at 7. So we're starting at 7
p.m.
at the
Eastern.
age of 7 p.m. Eastern. If you have RSVP'd, show up on time. Don't come at 8:45 talking about where the food at,
No.
where the drinks at.
Nat ate it.
They gone. Okay. Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
We done it. So don't come late and then try to talk about me bad. Like she said she was gonna have food and drinks, and she doesn't.
At 7.
At 7. Okay. But we're going to have a good time.
Yes, we are.
We're going to have some good giveaways, pictures, and my book, While Walking in Her Stilettos, is going on pre-sale next Thursday. I'm so excited. Shout out to AJ Joyner, who helped me make sure I finished my book. Mm-hmm. And he's on my social media. You guys can find him if you need help writing your book. And what else? I don't know what else. I'm just so excited. But we got to get into this conversation. We didn't talk enough about the anniversary.
Show up or hear about it.
That part, because it's about to be a whole turn-up situation. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, that's what I was going to say. Go to my Instagram. Go to my the link in my bio and make sure that you have registered. Do not call my phone next Thursday talking about, can you tell them to come let me in?
Nope.
Because I have said numerous times, register. Even the husband has registered. Okay. So I'm not answering my phone that day. Don't call for me. Just make sure you register, okay? So listen, we're going to talk about all kinds of things that we've been watching, our videos and things like that. Alicia Keys' video about her son in the rainbow nails. Should we allow our children to explore? That good girl video. Are we being taught to be good girls? And what is your type of partnership? What kind of partner do you want, Natalie? We're going to find out when we come back. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back. silly.
Tell him stop bullying me.
What he doing?
He doing something. You walking over, but you limping back.
Complete. I love it. I'm here for it all. And continuous growth. Hi, Lisa. Hey, Michelle. Hey, Scott. Hey, Norm. Hey, Roy. Hey, Carlisha.
You want to answer that, don't you?
Oh.
I bet it's just killing you seeing the soft glow just inches away.
Man.
Someone wants
Growth.
to tell you
Yeah,
something
with the F.
or
I
ask
ain't
you
playing
something.
words with friends with you.
Oh, come on. Answer it
Like,
already.
no, it's a no.
Just so we're clear, that wasn't my fault. Next time, ignore your inner voice.
Okay,
Don't
what's
text and
up?
drive.
You
Stay
got a
up
whole
on what's
lot on
happening
there.
here at Power. We've got
I
new
always do,
shows,
and I don't be
new
none of
guests,
it.
and new events that help us connect with the community. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Power 108.9. You can also go to power1089.com to
Can we
get
talk
all of
about how
the
some
updated
little
news
boy
and
smacked
happening.
My son? Can we talk about that?
Oh, yes.
We can talk about that.
Hold them bands down. Pull your man down.
Sister 15 hasn't shown up.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. Today's show is brought to you by Madison Chase Capital Advisors, Miss Tanya Blanchard. You can visit her at mccapitaladvisors.com. Okay, Missy. What you got for me, Mike?
No, I just want to say congratulations, Syndy B, on your 1 year anniversary at Power 108.9.
Yes.
When we talk about when we bring new shows to the stations, two of the things that I always tell our personalities is all about consistency and it's all about content. And the one reason why, you know, you have your first show that you had, 130 views.
Yes.
And then last week you had 33,000 views.
Wow.
The thing is, you did those two things. You're very consistent and it's all about content. So when, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking to get into radio, this is Syndy's first time ever doing radio. She listens, she applies, she knows how to take feedback, and she adjusts on the fly. So once again, congratulations to you and the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B, and hopefully we can do another 365 days or 52 weeks. So shout out to you, Syndy B.
That's right. Thank you, Michael. And you know what? You're a great coach, a great teacher, and someone, for me, someone I listen to is someone I respect. Mm-hmm. If I don't respect you, it ain't happening. Okay? Okay. All right. So let's get into the conversation.
Oh, this Valentine's Day lovey-dovey going on up in here.
What kind of love are you doing?
Huh?
You doing some loving?
Mm-mm.
You got a boo? A bae?
That ain't nobody business.
Offline conversation.
Breathe if you have one.
She always got someone in a cut. You don't look like that and not have somebody if she want to have somebody.
I got applications. It's just not application season.
You know what? I'm not here for it today. Okay, so listen. All right, so you sent me a video recently with Alicia Keys talking about a video of her talking about her son who went to the nail salon with her, and asked for rainbow nails. And then she let him get the rainbow nails, and then he was like, I want to take it off. Like, nobody's going to like that. And she was like, what are you talking about? Like, you chose that. This is you. Like, everybody does it. What were your thoughts on that video?
Well, it has grown since we talked about it, because at the end of the day, I believe that our responsibility as parents is heavier than we acknowledge. Is that whatever our perceptions are, we tend to project that onto our children,
right?
With no real, we don't qualify it. So the only thing I could do is look at her video and think about my interaction with my children and my son, which are my perceptions,
right,
and what I would be, projecting onto my children.
Okay.
Right? So my thing is, my son decides that he likes fluorescent colors.
Okay.
Right? So I'm saying to him before the nail polish is applied.
Okay.
It's the same
analogy.
Before the nail polish is applied, that son,
okay,
you have the right to love and like and be anything that you are. But you have to understand that you absolutely live in a world where there is a perception and there's a reality. And if you walk around with notebooks that are fluorescent and rainbows and all that other stuff, you need to understand the conversation that is taking place. And you need to let me know, are you a part of that conversation?
Right.
Or you just want a yellow notebook.
Right, because it caught my eye.
I need, there's a difference.
Right.
Because if you don't know that, then you'll become a part of a conversation you don't even understand that's going on. So when the little boy, when she said you could get the rainbow thing, I feel like she didn't qualify it before. She didn't talk to the boy.
Okay, so this is my question, because I don't think that's the truth. I think that she knew that he might want some fluorescent rainbow pink or something along those lines, because I think that for her to go live about it or record some kind of video, this is, to me, is not new to her. So, because I feel like if it were new to her, she might not have recorded it and been like...
Her issue wasn't that she was all with him getting it. Her issue was when he said he no longer wanted it because of how somebody else was going to feel. That's what triggered her to me, was that why should my son have to feel like he can't get...
But don't you think an initial reaction when you have a son or a daughter, and because we're conditioned to think that a boy's supposed to be this way and a girl's supposed to be this way. I feel like if my son doesn't want to go to the nail salon with me, but let's say, for instance, he ain't got a choice. Mommy got to get my pedicure, my manicure, and sit in this chair and chill out. But he's like, Mommy, for the very first time, Mommy, I want pink nails. To me, I wouldn't be like, if I didn't know already that he was a pink nail kind of person, I wouldn't be like, okay, boo. Go ahead.
What would be your reaction?
My reaction, honestly, would be, not today. Like, we're not going to have this discussion in public. So
tomorrow, Mommy?
No, not that part. Not that part. But it's not today, because we're not about to have this discussion of what's going in my mind. And it's not, oh, boys don't do that. Like, that might have popped up as well, perhaps. But it's more like, we need to talk about this a little bit more.
It's not the time or the place for got you.
You can't just spring this on me right now. We got to talk about this so I can understand where the pink comes from.
I get that.
You know what I mean? So I feel like in that particular scenario, he does it at home, or something like that. So now she's on to that second phase to where, okay, we know this is who you are or what you like. Now, I want you to embrace who you are. What are your thoughts?
I think you don't know who you are. We got 53-year-old people who still don't know who they are. So just because somebody want pink polish at 5 doesn't mean that they're transgender or transsexual or like the opposite sex and all this other stuff. I think that we project as adults. I feel like there was a lot of projection in what she was conveying to the audience, because her thing was, why does my son have to feel this way? Because he has a preference. There's nothing sexual going on in a child's mind before they hit puberty. Yeah. So if they're wearing dresses and stuff like that, that has to do with the parent.
Do you think so?
Absolutely. My kid, if he want to dress, it's not a matter of this is who I am and all this other stuff. I'm not buying you a dress because you came out with a ding-a-ling.
Okay. But what if, granted, he knows he's not allowed to wear it in the house, but he still wants to do it.
You get to
do
want.
You think, let's just take Magic Johnson's son, for instance. I'm not sure how many kids he has, but I don't think that him and Cookie gave off the thing, the aura that, like, wear some dresses, wear some heels, and sashay around.
That's a different conversation.
Okay, so what do you mean?
Under it. So we're talking about boys in dresses, girls in boydom, right? Okay. It's the same thing to me is like when, everybody's coming at me with the mohawk thing with my son. Yes. Is that what I'm saying to you is that under my roof, I'm not perming and dying and changing all of this stuff. You're with me to figure out who you are. Once you figure out who you are and you grown, now you get to determine the decisions that you want to make with your life. Okay. You've had enough experience to be able to decide what you want to do. It's your money. If you want to buy a dress, buy a dress. Okay. If you get to like what you listen, because I don't let you buy a dress. If you want preference, whatever, you're gonna find a way to get your preference. Right. I'm not managing that, but I'm not dressing you up as a girl with my money. Okay. Because you have a ding-a-ling.
What if you saw them like very depressed about it?
If you got a ding-a-ling, little boy. This is me without judgment. If you got a ding-a-ling, little boy, and you feel feminine, be feminine all daggone day long. I'm not suffocating you from being feminine. Okay. I'm just not buying you a dress.
You're just not buying a dress. Like however you feel on the inside.
I'm not paying for your manicures. We're not homegirling it. We're not doing none of that. Okay. Be whoever it is. That's not what I'm suffocating.
What's your reason for that? Like, what's your reason for like not being about that? But you're okay for them. Let's say it's a boy who has feminine traits or feminine wants, desires, needs. You let them do everything except for the extra. What is your reasoning for that?
Number one, you have a ding-a-ling.
Okay. So what does that mean? When you say that, what do you mean?
You have a ding-a-ling, meaning that...
I'm
going to keep saying it. You have a whole ding-a-ling.
Okay.
Which means that you need some boxes to hold your ding-a-ling.
Together. Okay.
Okay. I have a vagina and it bleeds once a month. You need tampons? No, you don't. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
Our bodies are. I'm raising you as the ding-a-ling that you've presented yourself to be.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Basically, you're saying how you need to carry yourself.
This is how you came out. My mind can't not see a ding-a-ling and be getting you Vagisil. I cannot do it. I'm not equipped for that. But be yourself.
So outside of the physical, decorations, ding-a-ling. Not that far. You know what?
I like ding-a-ling.
Clearly.
No, the word.
I already knew what you meant. I should have let you hang.
Grow up, people.
Okay, so what about, do you think that it's okay to let your child explore who they are? And if you are putting those rules, you might not buy, but what are you willing to do to allow your child to explore who they are? We're going to talk about that some more. But listen,
I got problems.
We're going to talk about that some more. We're going to talk about should we allow our children to explore, such as I want you to talk about the example of your son wanting the mohawk haircut. in that whole scenario? And do you find yourself not wanting your children to like or do certain things because of their gender?
Ding-a-ling.
I cannot. Okay, so listen, we've got that 7:30 Crazy coming up for you. Before we answer all those questions, that 7:30 Crazy is brought to you by Illusions Design and Construction. Miss Stephanie Gowdy, you can follow her at www.stephaniev.build. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
This is your new favorite internet
Hey, Etienne. Hey, Sis Renee. Hey, Sean. Hey, Frank.
I'm always
Answer
focused.
that, don't you? I bet it's just killing you seeing the soft glow just
you should leave
inches
the
away.
phone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let him look
Just
at you.
leave the
Someone
phone.
wants to tell you something
did
or
you
ask
share
you
it, though,
something.
right? You did share it on your page.
Oh, come on. Answer it already.
You know what? How do you share it?
I hate social
Just so
media.
clear,
I
that
hate
wasn't my
social
fault.
media.
Next time, ignore
That's
your inner
Facebook. You
voice.
do it.
Don't text and drive.
If you do
Stay
it,
up on what's happening
then
here at
it'll get
Power.
done.
We've got
But
new
I
shows,
just show up.
new guests, and new events to help us connect with the community. Follow us on
Locking
Facebook
up?
and Instagram at Power 108.9. You can also go
We
to
need to
power1089.com to get all of the
Still very
updated news and happenings here at Power.
Isn't she?
Thanks for listening.
You gotta come in. If you don't come in,
That's how she.
if I say,
She programmed.
if I say, what do you
I got 1 year and I know what I'm doing. Everybody know that I'm crewing. Everybody, what? I'm working on that. I'm working on that.
That gap is gone.
No. I know we're not friends on Facebook, but that's irrelevant. The 108.9, I know I like that. Oh. It ain't got nothing to do with that. No, you got to clap when you say stuff like
Okay,
that.
I know that's right. Okay. All right.
Tell him nobody cares. Don't make love to me. No. Did you get rid of my people? That's horrible.
And here we go.
Call me crazy one more time.
Laughing while he does it. He turns to me and he says, "Why so serious?"
Boy, you so crazy.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe.
You ain't seen no sign of him being crazy, deranged.
Welcome back. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. And it is time for that 7:30 Crazy brought to you by Vom Fass. You can visit them at vomfassusa.com in Duluth. Determined to give gourmet food enthusiasts anywhere, everywhere, a unique experience with hand-picked ingredients from around the world. Okay, you ready for that 7:30 Crazy?
Yes!
All right, this is brought to you by Fox News. Okay, you ready? All right. This is pretty funny to me. Only married couples can have sex, according to a legal loophole still on the books. And guess where? Virginia. That ain't right.
Virginia's for lovers.
I know. But they saying that we can't love on each other.
Can't love.
Democratic state legislators in the Virginia House of Delegates repealed the crime of fornication last week in the state that has long used the slogan, Virginia is for lovers, to attract tourists. Currently, fornication is a Class 4 misdemeanor and carries a fine up to $250. Come on now. Why are they going to do us like this?
I owe $4,327.
Basically, okay? The Virginia Supreme Court struck down the law in 2005 as unconstitutional government intrusion, though it remains in the Code of Virginia. The bill now moves to the Senate. Now that the Democrats are in power, I'm thrilled to get it off the books, Levine said. Levine said the old law leads to contempt among his fellow citizens because so many Virginians already have committed the so-called crime. How is Virginia for lovers if lovers can't love on each other? Most recently, Massachusetts and Utah repealed similar laws, while Idaho and North Carolina still have similar laws on the books. Is fornication a crime? A 7:30 crazy, Natalie? Is it 7:30 crazy?
Is 7:30 crazy to make it a crime?
Oh my!
Why you in Virginia? You got hotels if you can't fornicate.
Listen, we're in Cobb County right now, and I don't know if they've taken it off the books, but at one point in time, since I've been here in Atlanta, sodomy. You know what sodomy is? I ain't gonna say it. But y'all know y'all do it. Y'all know y'all do it. It's a crime in Cobb County from the last that I understood.
Cash at me, I'll take care of you.
It's 7:30 crazy, y'all. We are in 2020. As much as our mom and dads want to have all these hopes and dreams for us, it ain't happening. When we come back, we're gonna continue the conversation we've had before. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
Not I'm not gonna say it. How you gonna?
Yo, it's Michael McFadden for our friends over at Credit Building Professionals. You know what they do? They help their clients achieve better credit. How? Late payments, fraud, liens, charge-offs, student loans. They do it all. Get results in 30 to 90 days, and it's very simple to contact them. Hit them up on their website, creditbuildingprofessionals.com, or give them a call, 678-447-2012. Once again, 678-447-2012. Tell them you heard it on Power 108.9. What up, Credit Craig? Yo, it's Michael McFadden for our friends over at Credit Building Professionals. You know what they do? They help their clients achieve better credit. How? Late payments, fraud, liens, charge-offs, student loans. They do it all. Get results in 30 to 90 days, and it's very simple to contact them. Hit them up on their website, creditbuildingprofessionals.com, or give them a call, 678-447-2012. Once again, 678-447-2012. Tell them you heard it on Power 108.9. What up, Credit Craig?
If you're a content creator, social media socialite, influencer, or simply love to record current events, you need the joystick. The joystick is an essential tool for every type of digital content creator. It holds 2 or more mobile phones or tablets, allowing users to stream and record hands-free on multiple apps simultaneously. And it's lightweight and portable. For more information or to purchase your joystick today, visit our website at www.joystick.com.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. I've got my girl, my guest co-host in the building, Miss Natalie Fikes. Say hey to the people.
The official guest co-host of this 2020. What's up, people?
That's right.
1 year anniversary.
Hey.
My girl is doing it.
Hey. Y'all better come out on the 20th, next Thursday. We will not be in this building. We'll be in another building.
And you are tuning into the #1 show.
Hey, you better.
What?
You better.
Woo,
like you better. Catching the Holy Spirit up in here. Okay, now Mama watching, she would tell us, you don't play with the Lord like that. Okay, we don't play with
That's
the Lord.
how I lost my hairline, Miss Cordell Robinson. My bad.
Okay, so let's continue this conversation. So before we left, I wanted you to kind of expand on that video that went viral about you and your son and this debate with whether or not he could have a mohawk haircut, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so in conjunction with us as parents allowing our kids to explore at some point to where they feel like they have some kind of identity. Don't
blink, blink.
Blink, blink, clearly.
Blink, blink. Here's the thing.
Okay.
When your kid is of the understanding, when they have a concept of who they are,
okay,
and you allow them to explore, that's one thing.
Okay.
When we just out here trying stuff, that's a totally different thing. You understand what I'm saying?
I feel you on that. I feel you.
You don't have a concept of who you are. So I'm not going to allow you to be exploring a whole bunch. If you decide you want to be a chimpanzee, I'm supposed to. I knew from the day I saw him he wanted to be a chimpanzee because he was climbing and and eating. But he loves bananas. He favored the banana baby food.
Okay.
I'm not doing that.
Okay.
You need to look at me and be able to say that I think this is what I like.
Okay.
And then I can help you on the let's make a decision about that or not. And then when you get to the end of that decision, then we can try something else.
I'm here for that. So with my gauge when it comes to my kids is if I hear you preface what you want based upon what someone else is doing,
boom,
it's a no.
It's a whole no.
It's a no.
And that was the whole mohawk concept is don't come home because you done see somebody else with a mohawk.
Yes.
Your daddy got a mohawk?
Yeah.
No, your mama got a mohawk? No, but she got a patch of gray in the front. But that's not a mohawk. You understand?
Right.
But no, you don't get to go out there and be influenced by the world, bring it home and say that's who I am.
Right.
That's
I completely agree. So and like I said,
so all 25,000 of y'all could go.
Okay. No, but for real, if they preface it with anyone outside of themselves,
come on,
it's not happening.
It's not. Why? Why though?
It's not happening because I want them to want it on their own. I want that to be whomever they are. I want it to be like this is a very not having to do with sexual identity or gender identity. This is very something very simple. Whereas when my kids were, in that young elementary age, and parents have their kids in everything: soccer, basketball, softball, tumbling, gymnastics, and swim, everything. Right? My daughter comes to me, and she's like, "Mommy, I want to play soccer." Well, at that age, I think they were about maybe 3 or 4, and so soccer was one of the next sports in the season, And I said, okay. And I never signed her up because I didn't want her to do it because that's what everyone else is doing.
Right.
So because she was consistent for a whole entire year.
Then you sign her up.
I signed her up because I knew by this time her peers had maybe fallen off of soccer.
Already.
And gone on, their parents see like, this ain't your lane. Soccer is not your lane.
But don't you think that it's the delayed gratification that makes people really, really stick to stuff, to stick to things versus, Mom, I want to do this. And then when I'm done, I quit. And then I this and that. That's why adult people don't stick to stuff is because of that.
You said a key word, quit. One of the things that my kids know, if I sign you up for something, you do not get to quit. Now, I'm not going to make you do it for the rest of your life.
Right.
But you're going to see this whole season out. The whole season.
Okay.
One thing, and I learned that from my mom, but I actually truly believe it. I would say, Mommy, can you put us in swim lessons? I got few examples. She was like, yeah, I'll put you in swim lessons. And then when they told me to jump into 8 feet, I was like, yeah, that's not me, right? So my mom comes to pick me up. And they were like, Syndy, she did a great day. She had a great day today. She didn't want to jump off the diving board in 8 feet, but that's okay. She was like, no, I paid such and such in dollars. She's going to jump off that 8 feet. And my mom told me, she said, if you don't jump off this diving board after I paid X and X dollars, you do not get to come home. And I believed her. And I've been swimming ever since. Same thing with skating. There's a picture of me. There's a picture of me crying, skating, because I begged her to go skating with my cousins. She paid the whatever $8 it was. And then I was like, I got there and I was like, never mind. She was like, oh, the hell you not.
But that teaches you how you won't start and stop things.
Exactly.
That's why you at a 1-year anniversary to the rest of your life, because you don't have people out here where it's stick with it.
Yes. But you know, it hurts me sometimes because I do see, my children have a good number of friends where it's the same, where if you start something, we seeing it out. Now, if it's not your thing at the end of it, we know it and we won't make you do it again. But if you beg me and I go for it, you're going to see this all the way. She does have, I say she, but because I've only really experienced it with her as far as wanting to do something maybe her peers weren't doing or wanting to do something, you know. My son, he's quick to say, like, that ain't me. I don't want to do it, you know, kind of thing. And kind of knows his lane. And now Senior knows her lane. But, you know, they know. They I sign you up for something, you're going to see it. So you better be for show. You better be all the way for real. But tell them a little bit about that story with your son and the mohawk, because I want them to know the kind of little background about that.
First of all, he's my son.
Okay, we know.
Okay, and it's not even like most people where it's like, he's my son, you can't tell me about my son.
Okay.
But he's my son, which means that I am raising him a certain type of way. Okay?
Okay.
I know him every day. You know him from one pulse, all right?
Okay.
So you don't know him. So he come home one day, right?
All right.
And he say, I see a guy, he has a mohawk. I want a mohawk.
Okay.
Right. My son has been like, I want this. I want to color my hair. I want to do this. I want to do that. You know, he has a brother who his teeth is like bone straight.
Okay.
His joint looked like Tic Tacs, boom, in his mouth, right?
Okay.
I was that kid, and I'm like, yo, I don't even know how this dude came out with straight teeth like that, but we straight Smile Direct, we straight Luminaires, we all that. We got to work for what we got going on. You understand what I'm saying? Don't look at him and feel some type of way.
Okay.
So he got this thing going on where he's like, I promise you, I got you on them braces, son. I promise you, the baby teeth got to fall out. You know what I'm saying? We can't put Luminaires on baby teeth.
I'm crying, y'all.
I'm responsible.
I can't.
So he got this thing about himself. So he comes home one day talking about he want a mohawk. He never ever said he want a mohawk. I'm like, I ain't got a mohawk. Nobody around us have a mohawk. Where you get this mohawk from? Well, I seen this dude and all that stuff. I was like, nah.
Okay.
And he wanted to bring it up, like you said earlier, at the barbershop. That's not where we make those type of decisions,
Wrong
right?
time.
And so we talked about it later. It came out with somebody else. Boom.
Okay.
If you really want something, bring it up later.
Okay.
If we're in the store and you want something, bring it up later.
Exactly.
When I say no right now, bring it up later because you really want it.
Yes.
Don't come to the store on Monday and you want this. You want a Kit Kat on Monday and then Reese Pieces on Tuesday.
That's right.
So I didn't hear nothing else about this mohawk.
Okay.
But I told him, if you really want a mohawk, write me present it
basically.
So it took him a
Sell
couple
yourself.
of months. Sell yourself.
Yeah.
And then I'm like always teaching entrepreneurship, business,
Absolutely.
all that stuff. So that whole post was me being a parent, okay, and saying delayed gratification makes the world go round. It doesn't make your child entitled.
Yeah.
And he took the time to actually write it, and that's what I was presenting to the world to say, yo, this is how I taught my son to want something and to show that he wanted it. But the presentation was all about, I want.
Yeah.
And so I put it back on him as to considering me as a parent and what I want for him and
Absolutely.
putting that. So everybody who doesn't take the time to make the kids work for anything had a problem with it.
No, I agree with that. We've got to kind of go back, in my opinion, a little old school in terms of not giving our children everything that they doggone ask for because we didn't have it, and now we feel bad and we're going to give it to them. Because I think that there's a line where we don't have to go so hard in old school. They can't speak. They can't have an opinion. They can't do anything but be what society back in the day told them a child is. But they're still people, right? But with that being said, what I teach my children is you got to learn to negotiate.
Absolutely. Everything is negotiable.
Everything is negotiable. Now, if you don't win, sometimes you don't win. But you got to at least try.
But you'll come back with a strategy. You learn by them telling you no, you just learned something about how to come back.
Exactly.
I even said in the post, I was like, he knows me. I want him to win.
Yes.
I'm giving you the cheat sheet.
Yes.
So it's a no right now, but let me tell you how to get the yes.
How to get the yes. I remember Isaiah, I don't remember what he is asking me for, and it was just like a no. Right? And so he came to me, he was like, Mommy, I get good grades, which he does. He's been an honor student since the beginning. I clean my room. I've been nice to my sister. Why can't I get this thing? Because it's not like, it wasn't some big deal. I can't remember what it was. I was just used to saying no about it, right? Like I was just used to saying no. So my answer was no, right? It was just no, And I think it was something simple like maybe because they can't watch TV and play their electronics during the week. Yeah.
My girl.
So I think it was that because maybe a long weekend was coming, whatever it was. And I was just like, no.
With that face.
Like, no, get out of here. I'm doing something, And so when he said that to me, there was nothing that I could say
against that.
Yes, he does good grades. I don't have to be on his case about getting good grades either. I don't have to get on his case about doing homework. Did you do your homework? Let me see it. Anything like that. He was, working hard to be more loving and show him how love is supposed to be, towards his sister. He was keeping his room clean. What the heck am I supposed to just to say no because I'm the grown up? I couldn't teach him that. In my opinion.
You better than me.
What you mean?
Because I have those same type of kids, and I'm like, you don't get points for doing what you supposed to do.
They should get points, though.
No.
Yes, they should.
The points are that you get rewarded with a life that yields you what you get. I'm bringing it down to the level what you're saying they're supposed to, and I get that.
Yeah.
But there comes a time where, it's like, oh, I shouldn't be in a relationship with, or, oh, I got a good man because he not beating me. You don't get points for that. You don't get points for showing up to school and doing your best and getting an A. You don't get points.
You know what? You ain't got no.
You don't get points for paying your child support. You know what I'm saying? Like
you
don't get points.
You definitely don't get points for that.
All to me, it all later on, it means something. Whatever we talking about cereal.
I'll say this. And this is the reason why I say yes, they do get points.
Okay.
Was because I was not allowed to do anything as a child, and I was an honor student. And I was in church. I worked. I'm just saying.
That's you projecting. I'm sorry.
No, I don't give a damn.
You got honor, and because you were an honor student, you are now Syndy B with the number one radio station 1 year in the making, and you get to do all of that. That's how your life.
You ain't gonna flip that. Okay?
That's good though.
No. You're not gonna flip that because I remember feeling like I can't do anything, but yet I'm doing everything I'm told to do. Not that I want to do. I'm doing everything that I'm told. I will still get a whooping, okay? I still, But no,
I get you.
I did everything I was told to do. I did my grades. I worked. I cleaned the house. I was a good sister, good daughter, all that kind of stuff.
But what did you ask for?
I did ask for things, and it was a no.
And it was a no.
Yeah, it was.
I get that.
And so I feel like I remember my senior year when I asked to do senior skip day. Right? I do. I had perfect attendance.
It's gonna be a no for me.
And mommy said,
no.
It's a no.
You don't get to do senior skip day because all the other drifters are doing senior skip day.
No. We had the valedictorian that was doing the salutatorian. Everybody was.
That's them.
I was the only one in school.
So what? Pick something else.
I was about to say the N-word.
Natalie.
Yes. No. I want to go to the park because all my life of school, I had to be in school. I went to school sick a lot of times. You know, I was in all advanced AP courses, and I felt like my senior year, during the time that we were supposed to do skip day, you know where I'm going to be. It's skip day, but you know where I'm going to be.
It's a no, ma'am. No.
But you know, I probably wouldn't let my kids either.
No, it's a no. Not like think about the currency.
But that part, no, let me say, that part I wouldn't let my kids do. However, simple things like going to the movies, like let's bring it back to something reasonable. You know, like, can I go to a movie?
It's manipulative.
Which part?
It's
me.
I have done that. No, not you. You're like
don't start
pre-color television. I'm talking about.
Wow.
You still number one. You still number one, and you still got one. Yeah.
Are we like that? Okay.
What I'm saying is that kids are extremely manipulative, and when you teach them to negotiate, they flip the script on you, and they use it against you.
That's the truth.
So what I'm saying is that everything that you said was great. Okay, what is it that you want? Did you just bring that up? Yeah. And you trying to play me? You got played, shawty. You got played because you taught them how to do what they just did to you. Got played.
Now listen. Now I agree. Now I will tell them. This is my rule in the house, though. You get to negotiate one time.
Yeah.
If I trump it, it's it.
Period.
That's it. Don't keep coming to me about the same thing, or you about to be in a whole load of trouble. Like I'm not here for it.
Stop.
Like. Yeah. My patience is not set up for that.
Right.
You know, but I am for like teaching them how to negotiate in life. I don't want them to get used to no. Like I don't want them to get comfortable with that.
Yeah.
Know? But what you got? What you doing over there, Michael? What you got? You over there doing the most. Okay. We listening to something?
We got a caller.
Hey,
what's
caller,
up?
you listen to the Unbroken Experience. How are you?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
What's up? It's your favorite engineer. You already know.
Hey, Eddie.
I'm just calling in just to say congratulations on the #1 show at Power 108.9. Started at 138 views on February 14th, 2019. We surpassing 300K.
Wow.
Sorry, 30K. 30,000 views. But soon to be 300K.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. So just want to say congratulations. Love you.
Thank
Keep up
you,
the great
Eddie.
work. And thank you for cherishing and appreciating and understanding consistency.
Don't start. I turn real red and puffy-eyed in the face when I cry. Thank you, Eddie. I love you. The #1 engineer in the world. Okay. Thank you. I literally have received so much love. And for me, I'm very thankful. I don't take it lightly. I am very humbled. I do know that I work hard. I come here, I prepare, with a lot of content. But, in the event. But we also use, we also use our intellect, and not just going with what's on the paper. And I appreciate y'all, and I'm so ready to celebrate. Y'all don't understand. I am so ready to celebrate.
What you gotta say, Michael?
What you gonna say, Michael?
So Natalie, when Cindy first started doing the show,
Lord.
she came in about 6:45, 6:50, and we started getting ready for the show. The numbers started going up. She started getting here at 6 o'clock.
You better stop lying.
Like, Michael, where are you?
Let me tell you the truth, Natalie. You know me. From day one, I've been here since 6 o'clock.
I know her to be here at 6, but he was saying when them numbers was low. He said he was
you can come up when I come up, and that's why I was up here at 6. He totally
so
lying.
don't do her like
don't
that.
Because anybody who know me, I'm an early bird. I come early. He was like,
don't do her
you
like
knew,
that.
who you knew who you. You can come up when I come up, but now he be here. He be here now for me.
Right.
He be here
So when I
because
see that text come through, I'm like, all right, I'm parking. I'm not far, Cindy. Not far.
And I like to sit down and kind of get in my zone and from the traffic and all that kind of stuff.
Some tells me it won't be long. She gonna be here on Wednesday.
You know what? Setting up like I need to make sure everything's set up.
Friday,
I need to make sure everything's set up for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Shout out to Natalie. Hey Natalie. Hey Cuz. Hey Jimmy. Hey Daddy. Hey Robin.
I see 5 days a week in your future.
Oh.
And I ain't got no bangs to hide.
Oh. You already know. I already said if you know me, you already know that's my goal by the end of the year to be at 5 days a week.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
That's a no. It's a no. 7:00 a.m. is a no for me.
Oh my!
Thank you. Anyway, we've got that "What Would Sin Say" coming up at the 8:00 hour, and then we've got that "Truth Note Chaser" by Miss Natalie Fikes coming up as well. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
Yeah. The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B. You know what it be. Yeah, you heard it all before. I love you so much. What is wrong with you? I can't do this anymore. You know that you go explore. Go ask your mother, get crazy. You know crazy like the 730 crazy. You know this is supposed to be like. Syn-seis come through, help you out. This is what it is, cause you know you need it right now.
This is your new favorite internet.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna look it up tonight. Hey Nelly.
You want
You
to
know
answer
this
that,
community
don't
service hours for me because I'm on probation.
you? I bet it's
You
just
don't start now.
cannabis.
Don't start. Don't start. I cannot.
Girl, you got something for me to do.
Someone wants to.
I can't.
Oh, come on.
I need you to
Answer
come
it
back
already.
correct next week. Yes.
Just so
First
we're clear,
of all, I don't
that
know.
wasn't my fault.
What's my
Next
name?
time, ignore
And
your inner
Natalie.
voice.
No.
Don't
Nikki.
text and drop.
Stay
that
up
part.
on
Right or
what's
wrong?
happening here at
That's the
Power.
truth.
We got new
And the
shows
whole truth.
And that was just
and
basic.
new events
Stop
that help
That
us
was
connect
too
with the
much
community.
for them
Follow
that
us
day.
on
Stop.
Facebook and Instagram
That was
at
too
Power
much.
108.9.
But I was here
You
for
can
it.
also go to Power
I was having a good old time.
You was having a good old time.
I was like,
news
it's
and
my
happenings
friend.
here at Power.
It's my friend.
Thanks
She's
for
like, I like to introduce you.
This
Yes,
my
this is my friend.
And to see their face was everything. Just, they ain't know what to do.
I was showing up for my girl. I was like, I gotta get a little something
Came
to
up.
talk about.
Came all the way around. I was actually looking because I wanted one of the pictures that I wanted to post.
Hey,
I wanted to post
I don't
that
cop things
real,
for resale.
but I was in the picture and other people were in the picture. I wanted one by yourself, but you didn't even take one.
Because it's too much. Too much.
That lusciousness, girl. I tell you. You ready for answer these questions?
I'm ready.
Okay, who else we got?
You trip me out because you have like 423 things on the page.
Got like 5 checks.
And that ain't never gonna change.
And that is the truth and the whole truth. I'm ready. I want to hear about this truth, no chase. You ain't got no notes.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, from across the nation and around the world, your mentor, your coach, your Syn-seis. Listen close. This is What Would Sin Say?
Welcome back. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9, and it is time for that What Would Sin Say? Brought to you by Pure Bliss Nails and Beauty Salon. You can visit them on Facebook at Pure Bliss Nails and Beauty Salon, where they take care of your beauty, cosmetics, and personal care. Michael, what you got for us?
Well, first of all, I want to know at 7:44, why did you look at me like I was one of your kids?
What I did? What I do? I
Yes.
forgot. What we talking
Don't worry,
about?
I already know what time it was. I'm going to play the tape back for you a little bit later on. But shout out to What Was Syn-seis. Once again, congratulations, 1 year anniversary. Shout out to all the crazy DMs that you get. Something
Yes.
tells me that you don't give us all the DMs.
I can't do it.
Because what we're asking in 2020 is you probably need to attach some photos to them too.
Oh,
so.
please don't send me no photos. Because I have to do the blockity block on some people. Blockity block.
Question number 1. I am very frustrated and angry. My husband and I got into a huge disagreement. I was literally crying uncontrollably, and he just rolled over and went to sleep.
Damn.
That is insane. Or am I missing something?
Ooh, Natalie, don't be laughing at her like that. Is she missing something? Ooh.
What was Syn-seis?
This is what I would say, my beloved. If he turned over and went to sleep.
You're too damn long-winded. Shut the hell up.
He's exhausted, okay? Your tears no longer mean anything. He's exhausted. He has given you his point, his perspective, and you won't hear it.
You won't
and
stop.
He's like, well, I got to work in the morning. I'm going to say, I don't mean to make fun of you, but that's really, I can see that.
No,
it's real. I would do that.
No, it's real.
I literally would do that, except for I would say, I don't want to go to sleep on you, but I can't do this no more. I'm sorry, women, we got to get this thing together. He turned over and went to sleep because he told you how he felt.
He was
and
done.
You was not trying to hear it. You were not trying to hear it at all. You was trying to let him hear you, but you weren't trying to hear him. That's what I think. Shut the hell up. Shut the hell on up, okay?
Michael.
Waiting on y'all.
We ready. What's number 2?
Well, Tasha would stop because she know I'd be popping them Advil PM.
So you just gonna knock out.
She would know. I got a good 97 minutes.
Exactly.
God damn it, I'm out.
Gonna wrap this thing on up.
Yeah. Come on, let's finish up.
Right.
All right, here we go. I am filming mad. Why, you ask? My mother-in-law combed my daughter's hair without consulting me. And the reason is, my daughter is only 13 months. Ooh, maybe she should. Maybe that's the problem. You're aging your daughter still in months. She's 1 year old. How should I address this?
Okay, Natalie, she over here laughing. She ain't answering nothing.
I'm not mature enough for these.
Okay, so listen, I don't understand the problem. I honestly don't understand the problem. I feel like there's an underlining problem that you have with your mother-in-law, because I don't see why in the world I would have a problem with my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, combing my child. Thank you for doing a job for me. One less thing I got to do. So I just feel like you need to address what the real problem is, and I don't think that's the problem.
That girl good.
Hey, I have a question. I am a single man, and I met a wonderful woman. I really like her. She told me on our very first encounter up front that she was legally separated and not divorced yet, and wanted to tell me up front that this is the case, although they both are freely dating during the process, the husband and the wife.
Okay.
Should I pursue her even though she is still technically married?
Natalie, you gotta. You know, traditionally, I try to let other people have an opinion before I say what was Syn-seis. She over here giggling.
So first of all, the question is, are you asking this because you already in love?
Basically. It's got to be the only reason.
That can be the only reason why you asking that question.
A whole message.
You already in love, and you trying to say, do I still attend church regularly on Sunday?
Okay, so basically, I don't think there's anything that we can say to you. I think you're going to do what you want to do.
You got to make that decision.
But if I could say, don't do it, Craig, don't do it. Only because they have unfinished business. They may have an understanding that, we're separated, we're going to do what we do, but you got a road. And if you're willing to kind of stick it through there with a potential loss, then go ahead.
Don't stick it through. You need to know, have we filed for divorce? Are we, what's happening?
My advice that I always say to those who are married and separated, don't date, because you need to close this door before you take on the feelings of someone else. You have to be responsible. And those who are not in the relationship and dating someone separated, that ain't what you want. I promise you, it's not what you want.
Do you tell your husband about every dollar that you have?
Do you, Michael? Tell your spouse?
So you're trying to bring up yesterday's show?
Yep.
Yeah, because I shout out, we got an award the other day for for 20 years and counting, and
Yes.
they sent us a very nice dating fund, and I sat there and I thought about it. She didn't know. So, kind of like when the police show up and be like, hey, I found this dope. 14 pounds of dope.
Ooh.
But when they show up, and I would be like, did I say 14 pounds? It was 2 ounces.
You know what? All the way from 14 pounds to 2 ounces. Wow. I didn't mean that.
But yes,
Did he use
I
the
do.
cop analogy? Come on.
Do you think that you should tell your spouse about every dollar you make?
I think that it's not a should. I think that when you're with the right person, there's no hesitation.
You can tell me or not. I'm going to find out.
And then there's that.
Basically, my husband, he tries to hide money from me. He really does because he know I'm going to spend it. Right? He know I'm going to spend it on the kids, something we got coming up, something we want to do or I want to do for us. And if he has something in mind, he'd be like, and I'd be like, babe, I know you got that on such and such. I saw such and such when I logged in on such and such. And he'd be like, you're not supposed to know that. I'm like, babe.
Right. Keep hiding it. Keep hiding it,
but
sir.
I don't get mad at him for hiding it because I know why he do it.
Yeah, that's
so
real.
No, my answer is not every dollar, but if you got something significant coming in, don't act like you broke.
And
That's
if your
all I'm saying.
wife got a problem, hide it.
Oh, wife or husband got a problem, you better hide all them coins. So we got a caller right now. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. Who's calling?
Hello, Sydney.
Hi.
This is Josh Powell calling to congratulate.
Oh my gosh. Hi, Josh.
Congratulations on your 1 year anniversary.
Okay. Are you coming out? Are you coming out next week?
Huh?
Don't say huh. No, but they say you huh, you can hear. No. Are you coming out next week?
I really didn't hear what you said because I was so busy turning up for you. I missed it.
Are you coming out to my celebration next week at the agency? Next Thursday.
When is it?
Next Thursday.
What time? Where? Next Thursday?
At the agency.
If the boss gets me a invite or show,
Damn.
then I'll
I'm gonna make
I'll
sure
do my-
you get the invite. I need you to show up, tall and all.
All right. All right.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate you so much. Thank you. All right. I think we have one more question.
Yes, and the last question. I guess this is just for you, Syndy B.
Okay.
Just curious, what is the one pet peeve you got against your spouse?
Oh, let me think. Which one? No. The one that I can think of, like that pops in my head, like all of us, like off top, is snoring. No, y'all don't understand. If you don't have a snoring spouse, you don't understand. I don't snore, so he sleeps peacefully at night, okay? I, all night, am backhanding him. Sometimes I punch him, sometimes I kick him. And make sure, turn over, because if he turns on his stomach, he doesn't snore. Somehow he turns on his back. And all night, he has on his watch, sometimes he sleeps with his watch, to see how much he actually sleeps at night. Like, I need to do that. I've actually recorded him so he can see, so he can hear what I hear. Okay? And I think the other thing is I want him to, his hair grows so fast. And I need him to shave and cut his hair on a regular, consistent basis. He still look good either way, but I'm just saying, that hair grows fast. You got to keep up with it. So anyway, you guys, that is What Was Syn-seis. Y'all had some good questions this week that Natalie didn't want to answer. She over here laughing at y'all. She was laughing at y'all. Listening, you are listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. When we come back, we're going to do our Truth No Chaser by Miss Natalie Fikes, and we'll be right back.
No. You scared?
This is
I
your
know,
new
you know,
favorite
so controlling.
internet radio, Power 108.9.
That's what?
You want to answer that, don't you?
Oh, yes.
I bet it's just killing you seeing the soft glow just inches away. Someone wants to tell you something or ask you something. Oh, come on. Answer it already. Just so we're clear, that wasn't my fault. Next time, ignore your inner voice. Don't text and drive.
Stay up on what's happening here at
That's
Power.
good.
We've got new shows, new guests, and new events that help us connect with the community. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Power 108.9. You can also go to power1089.com to get all of the updated news and happenings here at Power. Thanks for listening.
Tune in for Straight No Chesa. Coming up next, my friend. Those are priceless. Okay, the butt shot. Period.
Right. Basic period. Welcome back. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. We have The Truth No Chaser coming up, brought to you by Dr. Michelle Evans. You can visit her on evansconciergemedicine.com, where she provides the highest quality medical care and service, emphasizing a proactive, comprehensive approach to both disease prevention and wellness. Natalie, what you got for us?
What I have is Truth No Chaser, where there are no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Look, it's 2020, and I'm living my best life.
Hey.
Fraud. It is February the 13th, and you have not done anything different from the year before. Why? Because you don't have the tools.
Okay.
There was not a plan. Well, there was a plan without the tools, without the resources, without the things that you need to get to the next level. The vision is there, but you didn't do anything different.
Okay.
Nothing is different for you to get to that next level. You are still absolutely in your comfort zone.
Okay.
So in order for you to get where it is that you need to go, then you need to absolutely step outside of your comfort zone. And you know this. This is not anything new, but if you continue to be on this hot girl summer, living my best life, New Year's and all this other stuff, and not really sit with yourself and be like, I am not qualified for the next position. I don't have the relationship tools that I need to keep anybody. I'm fat and lazy, and I'm not attracting anybody. I need to get myself together. I have an attitude problem. It's self-awareness. It's professional awareness. It's parental awareness. It's self-awareness. You got to step away from everything. I'm telling you, if you take the next couple of weeks before spring gets here and actually get yourself together, I promise you that the next quarter, you'll actually be able to get things done. But right now, you fronting.
Oh.
You absolutely fronting.
And she told y'all
straight, no chaser. Truth no chaser.
I like that because that's the truth.
Straight up.
It really is. And hey, we can say we live in our best lives and all of that things like you said. And we want all these things. But
you
don't know how to, if you were going to do that, you would have done it already, right?
You would already do it. You would already have it. But the thing is, if we keep talking about it as though you have something in place for it, like you have 1 year, right?
Right.
In order to get to the 1 year, you got to keep showing up.
Right.
Every Thursday at 7 o'clock, regardless of what's going on. So we got people talking about, I have this actual goal, but I missed 3 weeks.
Oh, hell no.
But I'm going to do it next week. No, you're 3 weeks behind, which means you got to step your game up. And when you show up next week, you got to show up next week ahead of the game. So people out here just slanging words, but they have nothing to back it up. You want to sit here and look at Syndy B. You want to sit here and look at people who actually out here doing it, but you're not showing up with the behavior that will actually get you what it is that you want.
Absolutely. I completely agree. You had an event in January called Ready to Roar. And what you're saying right now makes me feel like this is the energy plus not even probably a tenth of what they received.
Oh my God.
But please tell me you're going to do this again.
So
and let them know what it was about.
Absolutely. So Ready to Roar initially was the conference, right? But when you're a visionary and you see things a certain type of way and it's not turning out to be what it is that you saw, you have two choices. You can either show up for the people because they expect you to show up, or you can say, you know what, this ain't it. I'm pushing that thing out to the fall. So that's what Natalie Fikes did. I pushed the conference out to the fall. But for everybody that had already purchased a ticket, I said, I got a VIP weekend for you. I gave them total access to me. And when I tell you I flipped the script on their whole life, they still roaring right now.
Listen, I literally have goosebumps because I know as a visionary how you have this big grand vision and it's for a purpose and it's going to happen. However, sometimes it doesn't happen when we want it to happen, right? And it makes me think about when I launched my bridal show back in 2016 when I came on Michael and Joy in the morning. And I had this grand vision of what I wanted to be. And it was this big old shindig, right? Not your typical bridal show where everyone comes in, they're about to get married and go from booth to booth. No. I've always been an advocate for marriages, not the wedding.
Right.
So my bridal show, even though it's called a bridal show, was more about preparing for the wedding. I remember that the morning of, I'm so thankful that I decided to contract event coordinator.
Yeah.
Because I could not get out the bed. She was blowing my phone up. And she was handling and all of that kind of stuff. Because I was just I'm an event planner. But this was my baby. So I can't plan my own event, you know. Well, I can plan it, but not run my whole event that particular day. And I remember all the vision of filling the big old venue. You know, I had the venue all to myself. And it wasn't filled. But that day, the vendors that were there were on point. The host I had, the band I had, the guest I had, the write-ups that I had on my bridal show was more than what I even envisioned the show would actually be because the purpose was there.
Right.
And the right people were there.
Right.
And to have those people, but in particular the men who are usually dragged out to bridal shows, to come up to me and say, I thought this was going to be a snooze. And to say those kinds of things. And my point in saying all that is what you say. You got to show up. You got to follow through. You got to be consistent. But tell the people what they need to do, though. Okay, yeah, I got to be consistent. Yeah, I got to do something different. But what would you say? What do they got to do different? Other than show up. Because they don't got it on their own. So you said they got to have tools.
You have to have, first of all, as a coach, I deal with so many people in business where they have this passion and they have this dream.
Okay.
That's not business.
Right.
Business is about making money. It's about providing a solution to a problem with a transaction. It's not about heal the world, make it a better place. It's not about I love this and I want this to happen and all this. That's not what business is. If you're not making money, you're not in business, right? And I learned that the hard way. So I'm extremely passionate about the fact that you can monetize your expertise and that you can make money if you cut out all of the fluff and I want people to feel better about all that.
Yes.
And when they feel better, what are they able to accomplish at that point?
Absolutely.
So that's what Ready to Roar was about. It was about clarity. It was about how to get specific about what it is that you're going to monetize and having a clear plan on how you're going to monetize it. It's absolutely, they left knowing exactly what it is to do, which was different from most conferences because you get the hoopla and you're excited and you get home and you're
we
like,
ain't got nothing.
what?
Well, what am I supposed to do? I forgot.
Yo, they were like, and because it was my first conference, the first thing I opened up and said was, which I think more people would do is, hey, y'all, this is my first one.
Same thing over my
I'm telling you, first of all, I'm here. So I'm here to show you guys that whatever it is that you want to do it.
Right.
Do it.
Right.
And then I'm here to tell you that I know this works because I did it for myself, and that's what got you here.
Absolutely.
And so I just want to be an example. I don't want to be a celebrity. So don't sit here rooting me on. I want you to pick up what I am putting down, and if you don't, it's you. Or you need to raise your hand and say, I don't understand.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yo.
And one of the things also to add to that, and one of the things that I've been kind of putting into my friends' mind is sometimes you got to be zero line focused.
Period.
And you can't hang, you can't kick it, you can't be, you might got it to spend, but you really don't need to spend it. You really don't need to be spending it, and you need to be okay with saying, no, I can't. No, I cannot. I cannot. I can't do it. I ain't got it.
I'm not.
I'm not. It's a no.
No.
However you want to say it, it's a no.
No in Hebrew.
No.
No in
I
Pakistan.
Cannot. I won't.
You know what I learned, Syndy B, over the years?
What?
You know how people always say, hey, I got an event coming up, man. Love for you to come out, blah, blah, blah. You get that all the time.
Yes.
Especially in my profession.
Right.
You know, they do it. You know what my line is? Shit, I'm going to be in L.A., shout.
You a mess. You a mess. I had a speaking engagement this past week with some college students and on entrepreneurship. And I told them, I said, don't be just so bogged down about going to these networking events and this event and this thing. I said, to be around people that are at the same level as you. I said, because then you'd be like, well, what you doing? And y'all ain't going nowhere. Y'all not helping each other. Be around people that are where you want to be and be around them. And where they don't mind, they don't feel threatened, about you potentially coming up. Where they've been there, done that, and they wanna give back.
They have some sort of value.
Look, that's a whole nother conversation. So listen, when we come back, I want to ask Miss Natalie, what kind of partner is she? What kind of partnership is ideal for her? You are listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9, and we'll be right back.
I've been single for too long. I want you butt naked when I get home. That's it. You my slave. Right. Right. conscious enough to even really bring it back up. It wasn't real. It's fear-based. Most of that stuff is fear-based. It is reaction. Another light-skinned person? Good God. You know what? When you step on the other side, it's all of y'all. You could wear all the black. No, she's one step up.
That's a slight.
His left cheek is.
Oh,
I
okay.
love like. I'm just saying, I feel outnumbered. Where the melanin? I know he got that energy. That's why I'm messing with him. I ain't got nothing to do with his energy. I ain't got nothing to do with his energy. I ain't got nothing to do with that.
Which I love. Yes. So whack. I'm ready.
Hey guys, this is Syndy Buchanan with Weddings Accelerated, and you're waking up with Michael and Joy in the morning. Hey guys, this is Syndy Buchanan with Weddings Accelerated, and you're waking up with Michael and Joy in the morning. Hey guys, this is Syndy Buchanan with Weddings Accelerated, and you're waking up with Michael.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. I have clearly been a part of the family for a very long time, okay? They done went way back to, I think, 2016. I think that was on Michael and Joy in the morning. Wow. A girl has been around. Just been working hard for the money.
You know it's hard out here.
For a pimp. I got my girl in the building, Miss Natalie Fikes. Say hey to the people again.
Hi.
Yes. And today's show is brought to you by Madison Chase Capital Advisors, Miss Tanya Blanchard at mccapitaladvisors.com. Oh, Lord, what they do? Oh, my goodness. Oh. Oh, my heart is burning right now. My
They
heart
would
is
never
burning.
catch you like that.
That ain't gonna do me like. They gonna do me like.
Yo, they playing videos
They on the
in
loop
here,
too.
like, on
They're
the
playing
loop.
on the loop. That's so wrong. Okay, so let's get back to the business. Jeez Louise. Okay, so Natalie, what is your type of partnership? I'm not sure if I'm not talking about like dating. I'm talking about whether you're exclusive, because some people don't want to be married, but they want like an eternal partner, whatever. I don't know nothing about that life, but but for people like me, you know, marriage. What does partnership look like to you?
Partnership is when two people bring something to the table.
Okay.
For a specific purpose.
Okay, but what would you want your partner to bring to the table?
I'm Oprah, you're Stedman.
Oh!
And I need
You
ding-a-ling.
need that? Here we go.
I need
With
ding-a-ling.
that. Okay, but what is your definition of a Stedman? Because you don't really, you know what?
So my thing is that I feel like I understand women who say I don't need a man because I don't need a man.
Of course.
Right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
So now but I do want companionship.
Sure.
So you're not here to pay my bills. You're not here to take care of me. You're not here for all of that, right? You are here for companionship. And companionship to me means that I like you and I actually want to be around you.
Yeah.
And that you have something to bring to the table. I'm intellectually stimulated by intelligence and follow through and consistency and those type of things. It doesn't take much from me.
Okay.
Right? I material things is not a big thing. Know my love language and don't try to do all
What's
of that
your
other
love language?
stuff. My love language is quality time and physical touch. Ding-a-ling.
Clearly.
Ding-a-ling. My love language is ding-a-ling.
Ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling.
Ding-a-ling, ding-a-ling. And so I I am stimulated. They're like, it's foreplay. I am foreplay. I come played. You understand? I just need the ding-a-ling to finish
Wow.
him. Finish him. You understand what I'm saying? So there's nothing that I really need from a partner, but what I love is the companionship. It's the chemistry. It's how you add to who I am already, and I add to who you are already without it being dominating, without it being condescending, without it it's just you just show up as you and I show up as me. What is that?
Can you stand the rain?
In the rain, a drought, whatever. In the church pew, during communion, baptism Sunday.
Okay, so question.
Give it to me.
Question. Do you like long-term relationships?
That's all I know. I've always been in long-term relationships.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was married before.
Okay.
And I understand that you need to be committed for long term. You know what I mean? It's like committed meaning that being able to articulate to the other person that this is what I need.
Okay.
I think a lot of women are caught up in, I have my own money, I have my own stuff, I have my house, my car, my this, my that. I don't need any of that from you. And so a lot of women feel like, well, you need to come with this and you need to come with that. I'm the type of woman where it's like, I don't care. I be on the golf course all day.
Okay.
Just bring that ding-a-ling home. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Pick the
all,
kids
that's
up.
All that
it's not the ding-a-ling. He's not all the ding-a-ling. But I'm saying it's like,
I want your people coming for us.
Oh,
tonight.
Lord Jesus.
Okay.
It's not that. It's just.
Men are not just a property.
Well, my man gonna be my property. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like this is what I require, right? Okay. So you're married.
Right.
What were your stipulations in regards to what you required? Because you have it, but how did you put that out there for your man?
For me, it was, I just let me be me. If anyone tries to control me, you will get a beast. You will get the person that no one sees, because it's like backing me in a corner. You cannot back me into a corner. You cannot push me in a corner. You can't put baby in a corner. Okay.
Nobody puts baby in a corner.
You put me in a corner, I'm coming out. Okay, and it's not gonna be a good look for you. But it doesn't do me any good either, because now I'm being a way that I'm behaving in a manner that is not who I want to be. But I was married before as well, and I tried to be everything he wanted me to be and what he saw a marriage supposed to be, even though who he met was independent, strong, driven, all that. But in the marriage, it was like that needed to be muted, except for, bring money home, but outside of that, everything else, like if you get too much attention, I'm not really here for that.
But in this relationship, you didn't have to do that.
Oh,
you just showed up. And that's the thing about relationships is when it's right, you just show up.
Yes.
There's no trying. There's no, even the courting and the this and the that. It's none of that. There's no title associated with it. You just show up and they show up and it's amazing. And you continue to show up. And then you're like, I want to show up forever.
And that's how it is. And this is why I say that he's my best friend, because I don't feel like it's work.
Right.
I feel like I'm just truly authentically myself, and I feel like he's truly authentically himself.
Syndy, last night on 20 Years and Counting, it was a great question raised in the studio. Like, what is love? Tasha asked me that.
Okay.
Like, what is love? And I honestly could not define it. Like, I don't know what love is. And my response to her was, there was a point I knew that I would do anything for her.
Right.
I don't know if that's love.
So if you want to call it love, that's fine.
That's fine.
That's
but
fine.
I can't define what love is, because I can love other things. Like I told sorry for interrupting.
No, you good.
My dog died. My dog was killed.
Oh no.
Zane. Yes. I cried for him for 4 weeks.
Right.
I didn't cry that long for my mama.
Right.
So when the question is, what is love? Like, is there a true definition of what love is?
Right. That's real.
Yeah.
And why do you have to define it? Like, why? I think if we're going to talk about love, this fluffy word that people throw around is why can't it just be an experience?
Yeah.
Why can't it just happen? Why can't we go through the whole day and I was feeling you and you was feeling me and all this other stuff, and we didn't even have to say I love you.
Yeah.
We didn't have to say anything. It
Right.
was at 100. And when you get home tonight, I'ma tear you up, and we never ever said I love you.
Okay, but was that love or infatuation or chemistry?
It's
whatever.
That's what I'm saying. We don't always have to define something and say this is love.
Sure.
Because there are people out there getting smacked in the face that call it love. So if we're going to define it, then that means that it's up to the person to decide what it is.
Okay, so but I still think that there's knowing exactly what love is. So love is kind. Okay, so love is not a smack in the face. In my opinion.
We know that.
Okay. So, yeah, they can define it as love, but that ain't love. So we know that, right? But
we know that,
right.
But they don't know that. So until they change the definition of what that is, that's what I'm saying is that it's a word that we all get to choose what it is.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
But love is what it is. Now, let's say, for instance, I can't think of a word. Let me just, something so irrelevant. The sky is blue, right?
The sky is blue.
But if I'm like, no, I believe, even though what they tell me the color blue is, and science says the sky is blue, but to me, the sky is orange, and you can't tell me anything different. That doesn't mean it's fact, though.
It doesn't mean it's fact, but it's what I believe. In the hood, the sky has always been poverty, so the sky is poverty.
So can I read the definition of love?
Yes.
From Webster?
Yes.
Strong affection for another arising out of kinship or personal ties. Attraction based on sexual desire, affection, and tenderness felt by lovers. Number 3, affection based on admiration, common interest. I didn't say that other word because I can't say it. Benevolence. I'm just joking.
Okay.
An assurance of affection, warm, attract, enthusiasm, or devotion. The object of attachment, devotion, of admiration. It's too many definitions.
It's too many definitions, and it's so broad. It's so broad. But what I'm saying is the type of love that I require,
love is kind.
and the type of, well, we know what,
Right.
but people who do not live by the Lord, and none of that matters. What I'm saying is, if you want to ride this ride, your love needs to be at this height.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Is that I'm very clear on where the height of my love is. And so if you want to ride this ride, then you would never think to smack me. You would never think to be disrespectful to me. You would never think to show up anything other than.
Has someone ever loved you to that height and you didn't? And you didn't love them the way that they deserved?
They loved me to that height.
You said if they want to ride this ride, they got to love you to this height. But you didn't. You were attracted to them for them to give you the ding-a-lang, okay? But you didn't love them. You didn't love them enough, and you hurt them in the process.
That is a great question. And the answer is absolutely yes.
Yeah.
I think what's beautiful and powerful about where I am now is that I actually know what my height is.
Okay.
And because I didn't know my worth, I didn't know my value, I didn't know that I had this thing. And that's what they were attracted to. I didn't know how to give them what they wanted, but I also didn't qualify the people that I allowed in my life.
There you go.
So I don't even, my wake-up call, but anything prior to my wake-up call really doesn't apply. And that includes me being married to my husband.
Sure.
Because I just didn't know. So what about you? What do you feel is something that you've done to somebody else?
Oh, I used to hurt them.
Did you?
Yes, absolutely. 100% on purpose.
On purpose?
Yes.
Why on purpose?
Okay, so it was a couple reasons. There were
Premeditated.
There were a couple reasons. Growing up, I saw people that I loved around me, whether they were family members or school friends, getting hurt by guys. I can't even call them men in high school, but guys.
Mm-hmm.
And then, on to my, adult years. And I was like, why? No, let me show them how that feels.
Right.
Okay. So it was that. And then 2, having experienced abandonment, I never wanted anyone to abandon me.
So you left them before they left you?
Absolutely.
Got you. So do you feel like there's one that got away?
Never.
Right.
I got them. And they all wanted to come back. And they were all stalkers.
Meow.
I'm sorry, y'all, if y'all listening, but y'all know it. Just tell the truth.
Just tell the truth.
No, they'll find their one.
That
You
good,
know what?
good.
She got that yummy, Ooh, sorry, Mom. Mess it around.
That's a whole, we're going to have to talk about this another time, but when people talking about you got that good stuff, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing.
No, listen, let me tell you something. No, it ain't got, there's so many. What was it on Harlem Nights? What do you call it? Sunshine?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
There's so many sunshines out there. We can't compete, right? It's not that. It is knowing, in my opinion, it is knowing and studying that person. I was studying them for all the wrong reasons. I was studying them to hurt them and leave them. But
But my name is Syndy B, and I got that yummy. 1 year in the making.
Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all listening. Y'all know it's the truth. And I only have love for y'all. Okay, and I wish you the best. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. And we'll be right back.
You want to answer that, don't you? I bet it's just killing you seeing the soft glow just inches away.
Yummy, that's your new
Someone
name.
wants to tell you something or ask you something. Oh, come on. Answer it already. Just so we're clear, that wasn't my fault.
my favorite
Next
word.
time,
That's the only
ignore
reason
your
I
inner
go in the
voice.
ministry.
Don't text and drive.
Stay up on what's happening here at Power. We've got new shows,
It's Jangale.
new guests, and new events that help us connect with the community. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Power 108.9. You can also go to power1089.com to get all of the updated news and happenings here at Power. Thanks for listening.
We're going to talk about that. I go outside and the dog is howling. So let me help you. But he says you understand what I'm saying?
To see other people looking at her.
Yes, just to remind you.
Listen. Yeah, I'm tapping that. Yeah. You know.
See, look, that's all I got you.
Mission accomplished.
Welcome back. You're listening to the Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. I gotta give a few
Working on a weekend like usual.
Hey, Valerie. Hey, Kelly.
Way off in the deep end like usual.
Hey, Robbie. Hey,
Niggas
Sarah.
swear they
Hey,
passed us, they
Claudia.
doing too much.
Hey, Stephanie.
Haven't done my taxes, I'm too turned up.
I got my
Virgil
girl
got
in
a
the
paddock
building.
on my wrist
My
going
new.
nuts.
She a
Niggas
familiar
caught me
face,
slipping
though.
once, okay,
My new
so
guest,
what?
co-host, Miss Natalie
Someone
Fikes.
hit your block up,
Let me
I
move
tell
my
you fools
bang.
us.
Yeah, huh?
Man,
That's
I
Fix that lace
2020.
front. Fix that lace front, girl. So we had some good conversation. We had a question from one of our listeners, Chelsea, that said, "What about the independent women who are having a hard time as a single woman dating, finding that one?" What are your thoughts, Natalie? On I hear it a lot. The struggle is real out there.
I don't understand the struggle because I'm a certified homegirl.
Okay.
Like I always like the dudes, they open up to me, they're telling me, and guess what?
Let me tell them right now. We go back to high school. So she has, yes, we from the Berg.
We from the Berg.
Mhm. We go back to high school, and she has always been the homegirl.
Always been the homegirl. Everybody trying to get with, I'm kicking it with, right? And so I have the inside scoop on dudes. I understand dudes. Me comprende dudes. And it guys are so simple. You're doing too much. This whole thing about an independent woman and making this hurdle or this mountain to climb, they are not tripping about that.
Niggas
You know what
swear
they're looking
passed
for?
us, they doing too much.
They doing too much.
Doing too much.
The what they're looking for is respect. They're looking for consistency. They're looking for emotional intelligence. They're looking for kindness. They're looking for feminine energy. They don't care nothing.
I like what you said about feminine energy. Like,
ma'am,
don't be trying to go toe to toe with your guy. You know what I mean? Like, in my opinion, like you can be assertive. You can have your opinion, disagreement, things like that. But you don't got to act like you can take him down.
They not beefing like that.
Right.
We make them so more complicated than they really are, and so this title of independence got women messed up.
It's just wrong. And this is what I say, Chelsea and anyone else who's listening. I'm an independent woman. I was raised by an independent woman. My aunts are independent women, and they never had no problem getting a man,
never,
or keeping a man. Not just getting a man, but keeping a man. But I think there's this arrogance where I got mine. I can do this. I can do that.
That's the repellent.
Take the arrogance part away. And what is it that you're trying to be in a relationship for? So if you can figure that part out and you can come to that, not necessarily someone coming in to fill a void within you, but what are you trying to do? What's the point?
Why do you
just
want to
lock
be in a relationship?
You want to lock somebody down so they don't see someone else? Then okay, you're going at it all wrong.
Teach.
But if you're looking at someone like, I want to travel, like I want to build something with, I want to,
be specific about something.
Be specific, because then you'll look for a companion, not just someone you can lock down as a husband, locked down as a boyfriend, locked down as a fiance, and we all shackled up, and I'm overwhelmed just thinking about it. I feel, when I listen to y'all, I feel overwhelmed because I feel like you're putting too much pressure on yourself. Forget about the other person. You're putting too much pressure on yourself.
Hey, Syndy B, I wanted to chime in a little bit. You had a question off of social media, paraphrasing a little bit.
Okay.
Y'all talked about the experience that men want to have with women. Going back to the HBO Bunny Ranch thing, people pay prostitutes for the girlfriend experience. That's what men are looking for.
Absolutely, and I feel like women are looking for that too, right? But I feel like this is what I believe: women, we are the control panel of it all. If you can understand a woman's strength, a woman's power, you won't even have to. It's like a Jay-Z or someone. They don't walk out talking about, I'm the king, I'm this. The real kings, they don't have to beat on their chest. They just are who they are, right? So as a woman who's powerful, she's not like, I need you to do this, and you can't go there, and you can't do this. She just walks and commands without having to say anything.
Listen,
okay?
she just gets up and she is about her business. And I say you need to flirt with birds and squirrels and homeless people and men without teeth and store clerks and the ones in the suits and the Ferraris and all that other stuff, because you're just showing up as yourself every single day.
That's right.
Because somebody is noticing you,
Mm-hmm.
and they're noticing your stench, or they're noticing your pizzazz.
That's right.
And so a good man is noticing. So the way you're showing up, if you slamming doors on folks and being rude to other people, you're turning off the right people.
I want to give you an example. And I was young. I was probably like 19 or something. And there's this grown man. I think at that point, he seemed so much older than me at that time. But I think he may have only been maybe 10, 12 years older than I. And he was really pursuing me. My girlfriend, Flip on the other side, she's working at this gym. And her manager, she was telling me about this manager, didn't know his name. And she was like, yeah, he's just wanting to grab my butt and this, all this kind of stuff. And I forget all the things. It was so long ago. You know, all these things. Not knowing this was the same person that was trying to pursue me. He was too much older than I for me to be interested. But he would bring me flowers once a week. 1 and 2 dozen flowers every week. Bring me candies. No holiday for a whole year. No holiday went by. No week went by without something. Anyway, when I realized it was the same person, I realized that this man is two people. He can be this way if he feels like this what you rock with. This what you roll.
You better teach the people.
Okay.
It's the king and the fool.
That's right.
So whatever you call for. So when chick call you talking about, yeah, he this and he that and all that other stuff, that's what you solicited, boo.
Yeah.
But I solicited the king, and that's what I have.
And I don't know no parts.
I don't know none of that
what
fool.
You got.
I ain't got nothing to do with that.
And I think, just to continue to add on to your question, is women know the strength of the power of a woman, but know your man. Like, study him, know who he is, because if you can feed into that man and you can nurture into that man, he will give you anything without a question.
Ain't that right, Michael?
Okay. That man would drive 2 hours to and 2 hours back every day to see you.
Snow.
Okay, in the snow. Okay. Yes,
no,
yes,
they will. I got evidence.
I know your ass will be driving to see Tasha if she said, I'm gonna need you to hear, and you're best to be here. And I know you would. Don't front. Don't even front, Michael. We're not even here for the frontation today.
Not today.
Okay, listen, y'all. So listen, I enjoyed you, Natalie.
I enjoyed you one year.
She will be here twice a month.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
every other.
I don't know how to do that. She used to do that in school. I used to, even she used to beat on the table and stuff.
Syndy B.
Hey.
1 year.
I don't know how to do all that. Okay, that's on her. But I hope you all enjoyed her. I truly did, and you know, she gonna come with the tomfoolery, but with the intelligence,
no chaser.
All in the same line. Tell them how they can find you on social media.
Well, I'm on parole, so don't follow me.
You know what?
Follow me. Follow me. Yeah. Well, next week you can find me holding it down with Syndy B on Thursday, 7 p.m. Don't be late, because I'm eating all the good food, drinking all the good drinks. But other than that, NatalieFikes.com. I am Natalie Fikes everywhere. Thank you so much, Syndy B, for being the standard when it comes to consistency and being number one in the game. Yeah.
Thank you so much, y'all. And you all make sure, if you haven't registered, because it's probably going to be shut down tomorrow, as far as registrations, go to the link in my bio. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook, the Syndy B. Spell my name right. SYNDY, as well as thesyndyb.com. You can find me on Facebook on my personal page, Syndy Buchanan. And you best to be here every Thursday at 7 o'clock p.m. But next week, we'll be at the agency. Hopefully, we'll be able to do a little live. Hopefully so. But if not, be in the building at the agency. And I love y'all. You're listening to The Unbroken Experience with Syndy B on Power 108.9. And
1 year, baby.
Hey. Dogs in the nighttime. Trap nigga with the chickens like Popeye. Money changing colors like Tide.